Very good. All right, if we could call this meeting to order for the June planning board meeting. We'll stand and say the pledge of the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Correction, we're still in May. Jumping a little ahead here. All right, we're going to start with the meeting minutes from March. We do not have an April meeting, so ask the members to go over the meeting minutes.
It's been so long, I forget what it was about.
Yeah. One change in use. If there's any additional
So moved.
corrections.
Move to accept.
Nothing. We have a motion by Jim to accept.
Second.
Second by Ryan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Right. We will move on to the first public hearing here. All right. I'm going to read this off. This is going to be for the outdoor dining permit for Wayland Brewing, 11 West Main Street. Bear with me here. The Village of Lancaster Planning Commission will hold a public hearing in the council chambers of the Lancaster Municipal Building here, 5423 Broadway, on today, Thursday, May 21st, 2026, 7 p.m. to consider an application by P.J. Dunn from Wayland Brewing Company pursuant to Article 12 of Chapter 350, subsection 350-92, and subsection 350-64C of the Village Code for a temporary special use permit allowing the applicant to provide outdoor dining service of food and drink. The Village Code may be accessed online at the village website, www.lancastervillageny.gov. The applicant to be considered may be reviewed at the office of the village clerk in the municipal building. And at this hearing, all persons desiring shall have the opportunity to be heard. So, is there the applicant here? Here? All right. If you could just come up to the bar there and.
So it's the first time ever doing something like this.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever you want to know, I'll happy to.
Just briefly review what you got going on and what you're asking for. And
Sure, so I assume you guys are all aware that we're moving into Tom's Building, 11 West Main, and we're under construction at this point, and looking to do something pretty similar to what Lily Bell Meads did in the past with the outdoor area under that awning. And that is a barrier that comes about 8 feet out from the building, and it's basically the entire frontage. There'd be 3 openings in that for folks to flow in and out. We'd have in total, so this barrier would also include a ledge a lot like this for food and drink to set on. And then we'd have a couple of high top tables along the building. And in total, there'd be about 35 seats.
I mean, that's just all temporary, correct?
What's that?
Temporary.
So it would be removable.
For the-
In our, I know there's more discussion and other folks that need to weigh in on that, but the intent would be something that is secured to the ground, but could be removed seasonally or as needed otherwise.
You say 8 feet out? Does that leave enough area for walking, Matt?
I'm sorry?
For pedestrians? He's bringing that out 8 feet. Lily Bill's was 4 feet. If he brings that out 8 feet, is that gonna leave enough space for pedestrian traffic?
It does, in my understanding, we had 4
It's
feet.
actually, it was out 8 feet. It was
Yeah.
all
It-
already
it-
extension.
Yeah,
and it
They
was
had the
out
double on it.
covering the camp.
right.
Well,
So it's a total of 8 feet. 4 feet is a part of the property.
Yeah.
4 feet is in the right-of-way, and that allows for the pedestrian walkway.
okay, I thought it was only.
Footprints
4
doesn't change.
I thought it was only 4 foot out, but,
Originally, they did have it 4 foot out and they expanded it with. the
oh,
covering,
okay,
if you remember
all right.
that.
So,
About the eight,
okay,
so, yeah. And they kept it there all year round as well.
because that's when we had that property issue, and, yeah, so, okay.
Yeah, so we're looking to occupy the exact same footprint.
Anybody else have any questions?
When your guys' projected opening?
We're hoping about a month from now. So things have really picked up steam construction-wise on the interior the last couple of weeks, and it'll really start looking like something next week, but we're getting there.
Are you doing any brewing operations on site?
None at all.
Okay.
No, and I'm actually the head brewer for Wayland and one of the owners, and so I run the brewing operations and distribution in Orchard Park. So it's a pretty large brewing facility there, and we can accommodate producing the volume from there.
Now, the other night at the Historic Preservation Commission, you mentioned that you were going to have a gate or something.
So I was not there personally. I think what was brought up was a chain barrier, but if we needed a gate, we can add one.
Because that's why they had that overhead door put in, was access to the patio portion, but I think now that open container law, you don't need that.
You don't need the barrier at all.
Yeah,
So
there's-
the state
there's none
liquor
of that.
authority did require us to have a barrier. And actually, they fought me on the 3 openings that we have, but we did get that approved.
Okay.
Yeah, so the state liquor authority does want contained barrier regardless of the municipality's open container law or lack thereof.
All right, then, will a gate be required, Matt?
Based on the state liquor authority, yes.
No,
The-
I
the
think he
barrier.
said
You need the barrier.
you have to have a
Yeah.
barrier, I'm talking about a gate to get in and out of the patio area.
I don't think.
To one of the public sidewalk, you're saying?
Because Fatty doesn't have a gate. Fatty just has tables out.
Yeah.
Say what?
Fatty doesn't have a gate, they just have tables out.
No, well, they don't even have a railing.
But
Yeah.
it's an enclosed area, but the means of egress is through the building. That's the means of egress,
So he's gonna be using the
the building.
overhead door area. So that's why I'm asking, you know, like if that was your barrier there, that the two gates
Yep.
would not be in the barrier, it'd be the overhead door. That's why I'm trying to get things straight here.
Gotcha. Yeah, so the overhead door, obviously, it's not going anywhere, that's gonna stay.
Right.
And that would be access both in and out of the building, but then to get into this contained area, our idea is to have a central opening, and we need that for deliveries as well. So it's pallet width, we can get a full pallet through there, and then the ends would also be open.
Well, you got the overhead door for the pallets.
Well, you need to
That'd be
get
behind
things
that.
through the overhead door.
Lily Bell, you couldn't get into the garage door through their barrier. You had to go around. So he's saying they're gonna have a
Right,
barrier.
because when that was put up, you could not have an entrance through the barrier. In other words, you couldn't
Yeah.
walk out and say, hey,
Yeah,
here's a beer, you know? So that's why I'm trying to get straight here. Is there going to be a gate in the barrier, or are you just using the overhead door?
Just the overhead door.
Okay.
Yep. Unless someone tells us that we have to have the gate. But at the current moment, we don't plan to have one.
All right, okay, all right, thank you.
Sure. Sorry if I was confusing.
The old brain's not working here, but, yeah, okay.
Does anyone else on the board have anything addressed on this? Is there anybody in the audience that wants to speak on this? All right, well, I'm looking for a motion to approve the temporary special use permit. Okay, we have a motion, Corey.
I'll second.
Second, AJ. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, carried. So we issue this temporary permit to you. Now, it's good for 12 months.
Okay.
You have to get a permanent one before that 12-month period hits.
Okay.
So
Similar application process and come to another meeting in the future?
you won't come to another meeting. No, the clerk downstairs will issue the permanent one,
Okay,
but just don't let the temporary one lapse.
okay.
I guess.
So don't wait a year to.
Maybe put it in your phone. I'm not sure if we notify, but,
Okay,
We don't notify,
okay.
okay.
so.
Permit
Give
needs
us a
to be
call.
displayed. Just, the permit needs to be displayed.
Okay.
Special use permit alongside with your occupant load placard and your operational permit. So
Okay.
they're displayed prominently. Expiration dates are clearly identified on them, so
Alright.
it's up to management to understand, when we come to March, let's get it renewed and made permanent. And the whole point of that, again, is making sure that we understand what the parameters are, all the safety features are in place, we don't have any, condemning violations throughout the first probationary year.
Yeah, what's the minimum time? I mean, I'm sure he can't come back tomorrow and ask for the permanent, right?
It's a year.
1 year,
1 year.
12 months
So
cycle.
would they have to do it almost to the day then, or?
No.
If they
it-
can't
it's
go over
spelled
or
out.
under?
My understanding, it's within the 30 days of its expiration.
Got it, okay.
And if you can wait, I'll go right to the code.
It's okay?
Somebody let it lapse and it was a mess. Yeah.
Yeah, we deal with a fair number of permits for various things, so we'll put it on our calendar and we'll be on top of it.
You might have to have a permit to put it on your calendar.
Meeting to schedule our meeting.
Anything else you guys need?
No, we are set with you. We appreciate you coming in and looking forward to opening up.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Thanks, Tom. Thank you all. Have a good night.
All right,
Night.
two. Perfect. 7-11. All right, we will move on to the next special use permit here. It's going to be for Simply Boba at 20 West Main, Suite 400. Again. The Village of Lancaster Planning Commission will hold a public hearing in the council chambers of the Lancaster Municipal Building, 5423 Broadway, Lancaster, New York, on tonight, Thursday, May 21st, 2026, at 7:10, to consider the application by, can you help me with this one? Not you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Vin Nugent? Simply Boba Bistro, pursuant to Article 12, Chapter 350, subsection 350-92, and subsection 350-64, letter C of the Village Code for a temporary special use permit allowing the applicant to provide outdoor service of food and drink. The Village Code may be accessed online at the village website, www.lancastervillageny.gov. The application to be considered may be reviewed at the office of the village clerk in the municipal building. At said hearings, all persons desiring shall have the opportunity to be heard. Again, this is for Simply Boba Bistro, 20 West Main Street, Suite 400. And the applicant is not here.
Yeah, I just texted him to see if he knows who's supposed to be here. I can speak a little bit to the patio, but he really should represent his business. I'll see if he,
Okay.
is gonna make it or run by.
Should be tabled.
What's that?
Should be tabled.
All
Should be
right.
tabled
We
until
can
the
Table
end.
it then. We will move on. We will make a motion, and I'll make a motion to table this. Second?
Second.
Second Connor. All's in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we will table this to the June meeting at the moment. We will move on to site plan review for Glasgow Management, 11 West Main. All right.
Hello. My name is Kelly. I'm with PPR Energy Solutions on behalf of us as contractor and on behalf of Tom Sweeney for electric vehicle chargers at 11 West Main. We attended last week and received our certificate of appropriateness from the Historic Preservation Committee, so we're set from that standpoint. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer. I've provided set everything that Matt has asked for based on the initial application submission and then any follow-ups that you require.
Do you know how many parking spots there are that you're gonna take, I guess, 10 of them away for EV?
Total in the parking lot?
Total 10. Total
Yeah.
parking lot is approximately wrapping around the side about 120.
120?
Yeah.
Are these pay chargers, or is this, do
No,
these
for
come
the
free?
flat rate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're paid to use?
Paid system, yeah.
Okay.
Tom, are your tenants asking for these, or what's kind of the
Yes.
driving factor behind this?
They are. Yeah, what we're seeing is an influx of folks that are moving into the building that do have electric vehicles that would be able to charge. Right now, we've got a couple tenants in 20 that are using the paid chargers behind, which are Village. And we're seeing a lot more demand in that. One of the things he just added, which is really nice in the park, they added a level 3 charger, which is now gonna put Lancaster a little bit on the map, a little bit more of a destination. You can charge in 45 minutes, come up and grab a coffee, shop, do different things like that. These are primarily designated for the residents that will be moving in and out, things like that. We're finding we're actually losing tenants too, because we don't have designated chargers in certain areas. We just have the 1 or 2 that are there, and they're actually being used quite often.
That's majority your residential tenants? then?
Residential tenants, yeah. We've got 36 residential tenants in there in the apartments. You know, we see those demands. We're actually adding them as well up the street on Walton Avenue, 4 chargers in a 16-unit complex, because we are seeing demand on the losing residents.
You don't have a concern it's gonna hurt your commercial tenants at all? I mean, I know the biggest complaint that
Parking.
Village gets is
Yeah.
the parking.
Yeah, we don't think so. Matter of fact, we're gonna see a significant shift in parking demand in August to September of this year, as 716 Dance is gonna be moving out, the lower level. That'll significantly change the profile, because they bring literally hundreds of folks in Monday through Thursday night. Parking lots are all jammed up, things like that. So I think that shift in demand for those spaces will be significant.
Okay.
The other thing too that this kind of fits in line with is I don't know if you remember, if they presented the new streetscape plans with the parking lot. They're actually reducing the number of chargers that we're planning on putting in that lot, because we're adding them. So that'll help, and that'll actually create more parking spaces in what we call the music store parking lot, because they'll put less of those. I think it'll help big picture. You know, the future, I think, is gonna lean in that direction. This gives a lot of people flexibility and opportunities.
Are these similar to the Village ones?
I believe so, yeah.
So I brought, this is what they look like. They're about 6 feet tall, so not much taller than we are, so not much taller than the height of a car or a
Yeah.
load truck. And we have the street view that we provided, so you can kind of see where they pull from the street.
And they're designated to be right in the center of the parking lot, where we already have infrastructure in the ground. There's no underground work for the most part. There might be some minor work we can do, but the electrical runs and everything were put in there as part of what would have been phase 3 development. So we have a portal there already. So, but yeah, 5 stanchions, right, to serve 10 vehicles.
Correct.
Is there a time limit where you're only there for 2 hours, then you have to move your vehicle or something? Or could you just leave it overnight and stay there?
Yeah, these are level 2, so they're typically 8 to 10 hour.
Yeah, they typically take longer. You can set that though, so in apartment buildings, we do that sometimes. You can set it so that you have a certain amount of time, and if you become idle, then you can set it to charge people for idle time.
Okay.
So there's some flexibility to.
It's mostly like a leave overnight setup, then it sounds
In
like.
a parking lot like this, or in apartments, then that's generally the intention. Not necessarily the rule, but
Sure.
What's to keep people like me from parking there?
Your conscience. And the signage that they'll provide. It
Yeah.
says electric vehicle charging stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, you have handicap signs too, but people park in the that's why I'm asking.
Exactly, yeah. This is literally the signage, I would assume. that they're
Yeah.
gonna have, just like the regular.
yeah, parking, reserved parking electric
Yeah.
vehicles. And that's required signage for a New York State incentive that we'll be applying for.
But as I said, you know, you have handicap sign, and then you end up with a car there with no tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not too much you can do to control that, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. Handicap obviously can be administered by the police, but this is private, so it just, we'll have to administer it.
There's on item number 5 here on the site plan review, it says that a utility easement may be required for the service trench. Is that what you were talking about before?
Yeah,
About,
because it's all private, there's no easement required.
Okay.
If it were public.
I see.
you're different than
Yeah.
easements.
I see.
Well, I'll quantify that, because the way the original location came from the 11 West Main Street parking lot, it ran across the drive lane onto the 19 West Main Street tax parcel before it got to the utility box.
Oh.
So a cross-access agreement may be necessary there.
Yeah,
That will be all part of our process.
yeah. And I have both halves of that, so we can agree to that. We actually did that with the alleyway as well.
Yeah,
Had a
yeah.
cross-access easement that we registered with both owners, different companies.
It's just that, that's not this one.
Yeah, so this parcel owns like this chunk of property, so it crosses over. and
Okay.
I remember the notch out there.
So you got that right, where the utility trench that passes through onto another tax parcel? So it's really not an easement to the village, but it's.
An easement. for
The two owners agreeing with each other to, okay.
If it ever
In
got.
case Tom starts to argue with himself
see.
about.
So it's just paperwork.
So I know in the past you've had, the village has been allowed to use these for 4th of July. I know they moved the stage and stuff across the street last year. Location of this, any concerns with any
Yeah,
future events? I mean, it's like smack dab in the middle, so
It is, exactly.
it's
We
not like
actually
you're moving
attempted-
these, so.
Yeah, we actually attempted to move these, if you remember, in front of the building instead of in the middle of the parking lot. But because of the utility access and needs, it just is a better fit for the middle. We still will do the 4th of July events with carnivals. These will be kind of trapped in the middle for 3 days, where we won't be able to use them for those 3 days. But other than that, we don't load the parking lot anymore because it's so in demand.
Right.
So for those 3 days, I'll definitely be these.
And do you think you'll add the future two at some point?
The future phase 3.
Well, the two,
It says two.
you have two future spots labeled there.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't see a need for them at this point, but
That may have been from an
Oh,
incentive perspective when we submit to the utility for the incentives that fund the project, state and with the utility. We can put in some future proofing money in there, so that may have been what we were looking to do.
Do you mean over
Just
by
to
the,
secure it.
by the roundabout there?
Yeah, there's just two that don't have EV in them.
Oh,
yet.
two future. Okay, well, I also saw there's in white it says future by the roundabout as well.
another $1 a gallon of gas and we'll be putting more.
Right.
Can I recharge my bicycle?
We kind of already touched on this, but do you think you have 10 residents right now? Like, you think that'll be full?
Probably have the demand for at least 5 or 6 as we get fees and as apartments turn over. This opens up the opportunity for them all of a sudden to come and do that. So I think the demand will be there, but I'm also expecting consumer demand. Literally, my son has a Tesla and some of his friends have electric charging. They come down here to plug in periodically, so. And with that new level 3, that's a pretty big deal. I wish we could afford a level 3 here. But either way, we have it in the community. We're seeing more and more demand from just general population, not just residents.
It's in the same area as your handicap spots, right?
Actually, no, the handicaps are right next to the building. This thing is in the center of the parking lot, the next row over. So the handicaps are, if you're looking at that, right in the shaded area,
Yeah.
that kind of black shaded area from the shadow of the building. Handicaps are right on that corner, right next to us. There's 4 full spots.
That's where the DEC kept digging all the time, wasn't it, looking for
They were
carbon
actually-
tetrafluoride or something?
Yeah, they actually found that was all the way out near the mini roundabout,
Oh, okay.
but they had wells all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the dry cleaner was actually all the way out in the parking lot there, so, craziness.
They kept coming up with carbon tetrachloride in their borings,
Yeah,
and they couldn't figure out why, and I said, there's a dry cleaner right there.
85 years ago, they were dumping chemicals out of the back door like they used to in the day, and there was still some residual, not enough to raise any red flags, but there was residual dichloroethylene in the ground.
This didn't go through HPC?
Pardon me?
This went through HPC?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything?
What did they decide the other night on the color of the bollards?
I don't think we had a determination, but Emma did say that hers, in the letter that she sent me, that the ones at her workplace are steel, so they must be
Steel gray.
silver, right? But,
But we also have yellow ballards already in there for the handicap spots, I
Yeah.
think we're just gonna go with yellow.
Yeah.
Because they're bright and with plow truck drivers and stuff are
Yeah.
all over the place. The more bright we can make it, the better, so.
Okay.
They need to be yellow.
Oh, they need to be,
They need to be yellow for, well, it's a vehicle impact protection, but it's also a public safety. When you have the yellows already out there, what are we doing?
So make it simple, make it nice.
yeah, we had a customer that needed it to be not yellow aesthetics to go with their buildings. So.
Yellow's good for me, brighter color.
Well, I think we are ready to make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
I'd just like to, maybe, if you want to amend your motion, just to make sure we get that cross-access agreement, and do you still need that detail in the utility?
We have the
agreement?
detail.
Okay, so you're good with the detail. HPC was good with it, as long as you
Yep.
add that in the motion.
Yeah.
You good with the second?
Still am.
Okay. We have a motion by Jim to approve the drawing as noted here with the, make sure the cross-access agreement is provided. And we have a second by Stephen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Carried.
Thank you,
Good.
So,
appreciate it.
Thank you. I have a big lad here.
Who owns 19 West Main?
Simply Boba? 19 West Main.
So-
Oh, no, that's 20 West Main.
It's a tax parcel issue, the ownership. It's when they're done owning this thing, whomever is gonna own it in the future will always have that agreement in place.
Okay, so he has to clear, forget it.
Okay. So Steve, to answer your question, 90 days prior to the expiration of a temporary special use permit, no later than 90 days prior.
Makes sense. Okay.
So we have a few that are expired and notice should probably be sent.
No earlier than 90 days can they apply, right?
No sooner than 90 days.
Yeah.
The applicant may not, sooner than 90 days prior to the expiration of a temporary special use permit, apply to the village board for a permanent special use permit.
Makes sense.
So within the last 90 days of that cycle.
All right. Do we have to go over stuff?
Liz,
Yeah.
if you wanted to talk about Liz,
Yeah,
or
we just,
maybe
rough,
appoint somebody
or
if you wanted to, or we can.
Quick
do that.
housekeeping thing here. Liz is resigning, so we moved AJ up, right?
We moved Corey,
Oh, both of them?
to a member,
Yeah.
and AJ is first alternate.
Okay.
now.
I was confused with all this.
I know, I
I
just,
know, yeah.
you guys can sit wherever you want.
I'd like to
Anytime
stay
you
here.
can move your seat. I don't know.
All right, so with Liz resigning, we need to, or appoint, or a co-chairman. I'd like to recommend Ryan, if you would do that.
Yeah, I'll accept.
Okay, we will recommend that to the village board, and as long, I'm sure.
I think you get to.
Oh, I do?
Just you get to decide,
Okay,
yeah.
so we don't have to recommend it to the board? They don't have to, all right, you're it.
Well,
We're not a recommending body for that.
All right,
That's a good choice.
nobody gets to say no, so.
No seconds?
No, that's it. Yeah, so that's it. We still have, what, one alternate position open then?
We technically have two. Yeah.
So if anybody knows anybody that is interested,
There's up to 3 alternates?
There are 3 alternates. It's just, it's such a large board.
We don't normally.
Know if we need
Yeah.
3 alternates on the board. How often are
yeah, we don't
people
really have a lot of
absent?
changeover and.
Right.
you know, absent people.
But Technically, we can.
2 would be nice, I guess, at least.
Actually, speaking of alternates, I seconded something. I think the approval of Wayland Brewing, did that count?
But Sam's not here.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm good.
So you do
Okay.
both.
Okay, good. Didn't overstep, all right.
I did think about that briefly.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that has anything? Matt? Anything pressing coming up?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot happening.
I thought the New York store was coming tonight.
Perhaps the next cycle, that's still
Next cycle.
in the works. We did a pre-presentation for C of A, they're not ready to submit. We have a couple of applicants for Bow Tie Park, I believe will be in for next month for a change in use. And probably amending an outdoor patio special use or a renewal or a new application for a temporary. I don't know how the village wants to deal with that. We realize that we have a couple of expired temporaries. Those are coming.
What's the New York store doing?
Pardon me?
What's the New York store doing?
They're closing. End of summer possibly. It's not really general knowledge yet, but it, you know.
It is now.
It is now.
You're on the internet.
Somebody's purchasing a building, they're gonna put apartments on the second and third floor, and 2 retails on the first floor. 98 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
There is a lot of discussion with a lot of developers and a lot of property owners on redevelopment and changes, so just be prepared, you know, when they do come. If they do.
Okay.
Yeah, that New York store opened up in the middle of the Depression in 1929.
Anyone else have anything? I'll make a motion to adjourn then.
A second.
All right. Second, Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Have a good weekend and holiday.
Just